Okay, you probably think, what is even the point in making this video? The timeline is pretty simple. We have the main timeline containing The Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, then Ash vs Evil Dead, and its upcoming animated sequel, with Evil Dead Rise also being part of it. The Within the Woods timeline, the multiple games and comics timelines, and of course, the remake timeline. But here's the thing. It is even simpler than that. But people have been talking bullshit for over a decade now.
Leci! Jakie leci, kurwa, daje się rozjechać, zobaczyłem! Ja powiedziałem, że to kurwa, ty i żaden chuj nie ma!
Uh, I thought of making this video actually in the past, but after Lee Cronin's statement on the franchise canon, I was sure I didn't need to do it anymore, because he explained it perfectly. But hey, here I am! Thanks, Collider! Someone from Collider wrote an article about the movie timeline on April 20th, 2023? Yeah, it was wrong.
Skasuj się myśl. Nie rozumiem, jeszcze raz. Kłamiesz, bo co rozumiem. Co robisz? Skasuj sobie 7 miesiąc. Stół? Z połamanymi. Jakim? Z połamanymi wrymi. Ale no słuchajcie, ja dobrze mówię. Z jakimi nogami, kurwa? Połamanymi. Stół? Z połamanymi.
And yeah, this is the timeline I want to focus on. So what is the main/movie timeline of the franchise then?
Groovy.
It's pretty simple, as I said. It contains The Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, then goes Army of Darkness. Chronologically speaking, it would be also set before The Evil Dead, but we're not following chronological order here. Then is Evil Dead 2013, and Ash vs. Evil Dead, plus the sequel, plus the animated sequel series, and of course, Evil Dead Rise. Rise might be set before Ash vs. Evil Dead, but the film answers this question. I haven't seen it yet, so yeah. Why is the so-called remake part of the main timeline? Does it make sense? To answer the latter question, yes, it makes a lot of sense actually. But why is it part of the main timeline? The film explains itself pretty well. Now a spoiler warning, if you haven't seen Evil Dead, skip to the time shown on the screen. Have you seen it? Excellent. So throughout the film there are little connections to previous installments, but the biggest connection is Raymond Noby's and Cherry's voice being used in the film.
I believe I have made a significant find in the Kandarian runes, a volume of ancient Sumerian burial practices and funerary incantations. It is entitled Naturan de Manto, roughly translated, Book of the Dead.
But okay, it doesn't convince you. Fair enough. In the post-credits scene, Ash Williams himself makes a cameo.
Groovy.
Still not enough. How about this? I'm sorry from my pronunciation, Fede Alvarez, the director of the film, said the coincidence on events between the first film and mine are not coincidences, but more like dark fate created by the evil book. Or better, here is what Sam Raimi had to say about this film's canonicity to the previous films. I think that's a part of the Evil Dead universe, but not part of the Bruce Campbell storyline. When asked if this meant that the remake was another corner of the original universe, he said, exactly. So the creator of the franchise said it himself. It is part of the same continuity. Funnily enough, they wanted to make a sequel to the 2013 film and a sequel to Army of Darkness, and then follow it with a seventh film in which Ash and Mia would cross over. But the plans never became reality, and instead of Army of Darkness 2, we got a TV series, Ash vs. Evil Dead. And now Evil Dead Rise. Okay, so I said that Lee Cronin, the writer and director of Evil Dead Rise, made a statement on Evil Dead's canon, connecting to his film. He said this: their connection to the past. Lines are drawn. In one of the early meetings I had with Sam Raimi, I said, you know the way in Army of Darkness there's 3 Necronomicons. You had one, Fede had one, and I'm going to take the other one. It gave me that platform to nudge things forward, and also to showcase that we live in a world where there is more than one copy of the Necronomicon. Those books may all have slightly different personalities. It's not exactly the same book necessarily that Ash had in the cabin, but it's very, very firmly related. It could even be more dangerous. A month later or so, he also said there's direct connectivity between what happens in this story and the others. They're in the same world. This is not a parallel universe in any way. It's happening after Fede's movie and after Sam's, but in the world where those stories have taken place. So yes, all 5 films are in the same timeline. The 2013 film is not a remake, and people for the last decade have been calling it so, except for Wikipedia for some reason. Even Evil Dead Wiki can't accept the fact that it is the same timeline. Yeah. That would be it. I hope this cleared some confusion about the 4th installment and its canonicity, and I hope it prevents the spread of misinformation down the line. Thanks for watching, and if you like it and you want to help stop the misinformation, feel free to share it. Have a nice day, and maybe I'll see you around. Bye.